This is the second lesson of graph component training. And in this lesson, we're going to add both a button and a link list to our OE sales history. So let's get started. I'm logged into the project, graph component training. First thing we're going to do is create a drill down grid. We're going to call this Lesson 2.1 OE Sales History by month. And this is going to be adding the link list. It's just going to be a drill down, so we don't have to worry about an icon. And I'm going to copy the SQL back in here. I'm really just selecting from the OE header hist. This is so we can do a detailed drill down view. Again, same filters for O, I's, and C's. And what we need to do is be able to pass a month and a year, because that's the ordinance that we know on the graph, a month and a year. And that's going to link to an @month @year variable. So what's that going to look like? Let's say we do this for August for 2010. We have quite a bit of data here, and we remember this is by the invoice date, which is out here near the middle part of the table, and you can see it's all for August 2010. So next we need to get those filters for month and year. So we have those, and we're going to make those integers each, and we'll give them a caption, even though we're just going to drill into them. We don't really need to give them captions, but we'll do that so we can view it as a regular grid. And that's all we really need to do. So we can preview that. We can enter August 2010. There's the data. And clean that up. And we're going to want to bring the invoice date. I need to find that. Invoice number and probably invoice date over here to the front. To ultimately use this so it makes some sense. So we can see what invoice date we're in, and we've got that formatted now. We could do some other things to this, but for now let's just save it. And the next thing we need to do is do a copy. We need to get lesson 1, the OE sales history, graph, make another copy of it. So here's the graph. And now this is going to be 2.1 or 2.2, and this is going to be adding the link list. It's a graph. We've copied it over. The SQL's already done. Don't need to do anything with filters. We are going to add a button, and the button's going to become monthly detail. we're going to use that other drill down grid two different ways. We're going to bring it in here and define the links. So we need the month and a year. So we'll have that as a button. Now, to make a button work with a lost my legend. With a drill down, you have to link it, because you could have different drill downs linked with different bar series. I'm just going to use the same one here twice. Now we're going to also use that as a component, as a linked list. I think the only other time we did this was with the grid series. And again, we just linked the month and a year. And we can we'll just call this same thing. Okay. So let's run that. Need a year. And now we have a link list below. We need to format that. And then we'll have the same thing here where we need to bring the invoice number and the date forward. Oops, too far. Invoice date. Now you can see as I click on these, you'll see that we now have a link list to the graph itself. I'm going to save that. And we can also, you also see as I hover over these that the values show. We can also drill in. So I just drilled in, and now you can see that I was positioned in March, April, April. So now you know how to link these graphs together, do link lists, drill down buttons, and that's the end of this lesson. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video tutorial, and I encourage you to move on to the next video tutorial in this series.